right, Taurus. Some sage and some rose petals to cleanse the space. 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus. If you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. What would we like Taurus to know or to be aware of? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Taurus. Taurus, if this is your first time tuning in, thank you. My name is Greta, and I am an intuitive reader. I do use the planetary placements, the sun, the moon, your birth chart, or your birth sign, and the tarot, but mostly my readings are based on intuition. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, you may like to tune into one of my live readings. If you have any questions, you would be free to write those questions in the comment box, and I would be very happy to try to answer some of those questions. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, if this is your first time tuning in, a little bit about the layout of this reading. When we look at that top row, we will be looking at your work life, your professional life, your career, and the energy that is surrounding you there. When we will look at the second row, we will be looking at your home life, your personal life, your private life, and the energy that is surrounding you there. The third row, the final row, is final thoughts, final messages, final takeaway. And before we get into the foundation of your reading, let's do our intuition cards. If this is your first time tuning in, we've been using these intuition cards. We'll give those cards a quick shuffle. And I will select one of those cards. Ooh, and we will look at that card. And I will send that image to you. If at any time during this reading you feel you know what that card is, go ahead and write that in the comments box. If not, no worries. We'll reveal at the end of this reading, and we will see if we were able to connect intuitively. And the foundation, the basis of this reading is the Seven of Swords. Thinking, planning, preparing, getting ready, preparing for a victory. And that is forced or pushed by the Ten of Cups. In order to achieve our happily ever after, it does take planning. Planning and action. Planning and taking action for our happily ever after, for creating what it is that we would like to create. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading this week, Taurus. We start off with the Magician card, making magic happen, something fresh, something new. Maybe starting a new job, starting a new project, and having everything that we need to successfully be successful in that project or with that project, or being successful in that career. The Three of Wands, looking towards the future, getting ready to take a step into our future. Wow, wonderful cards here for you, Taurus. The Empress card, the manifestation. Oh, wow. And the Lovers cards. You have some wonderful things coming in for you in your professional life, in your public life. I believe you are starting a new job, a new project, or maybe even receiving a promotion, or bringing in a big ticket client. Something big is coming in for you, something that you've dreamed about, something that requires partnerships, something that requires working with others. And this is a happy partnership, a happy collaboration. Collaboration keeps coming up in my readings this week for some reason. But yeah, happy collaborations, very profitable working relationships. And this is going to help you manifest what it is that you're wanting to manifest, create. It's like this is your dream job. This is what you've been working for, what you've been planning for. You've worked, you've planned, you've worked, you've planned, you've labored. And it's all starting to come together in your work life, in your career life, in your professional life. This is the first step in manifesting and creating your dreams, making your dreams come true. Starts with this new job, this new project, or bringing in a new client, creating this working relationship with a big ticket client, with someone that has exactly what you need. Working with someone that has exactly what you need. Perfect. Excellent. You've put in the work. And now it's time to, you've put in the work, you've planned, and now it's time to take action. Now it's time to create. And you will be creating with someone that has exactly what it is that you need. The World card, being divinely protected, a gift coming in for you. Sudden change, sudden action, sudden movements. The 8 represents opportunity. It represents opportunity, intuition, and abundance. The Hermit card, the inner teacher, the wisdom within, the following our guiding light, following our guiding light. Page of Wands, moving towards the future. Our back turned to the back, looking back to the past brings a sudden change, a sudden gift that helps us move to the future. A friend or a person from the past will be reaching out to you. And when they reach out to you, it will be very nostalgic. They will stir in you, or stir within you, emotions that you wanted to leave in the past. You may have thought that you left these emotions in the past, but you have not. You may have thought that you have left these emotions in the past, but you have not. They have been affecting your present. And by this person from your past reappearing, or by dealing with suppressed emotions from the past, it will help you process those emotions so that you can leave them in the past, so they will not affect your present and will not affect your future. Many times people from our past, or even thoughts of people from our past, will reappear because it is time for us to process those emotions. Sometimes when we have an experience that we're unable to process, we'll bury those thoughts, we'll bury those feelings, and we'll bury and forget that situation until we are in a place, until we have matured or come to a point in our lives when we're able to process that. And when those people from our past come up, either physically or in thought, it is because it is time we are ready to process those emotions. And when we process those emotions, they stop affecting our present and will not have an effect on our future moving forward. After you have processed these thoughts, after you have processed these emotions that this person ignites, you'll be very happy to see, or very happy to hear from this person. So don't shy away from emotions that need to be processed at this time. You know, the past catches up to us. And it catches up to us in our time. It catches up to us when we are ready to process. And so when our past catches up to us, it's a good thing, Taurus. Then we are followed here by the Nine of Wands, the work, the labor that we have put in, being in the zone, finding our zone, finding our comfort spot, new beginnings, fresh starts, breaking free of the past. There's some breaking free of the past here for you, Taurus. And the Emperor card. The Emperor card, your strength is your ability to remain steadfast. Spending quiet time in nature helps guide us towards making wise decisions, and it helps us, guides us towards trusting our instincts. And before I let you go, Taurus, were you able to select the X or the double X or the crisscross? If you were, I'm so glad we were able to connect, or you were able to connect. Or even if you were to have thought of, maybe were you thinking kisses, or if you were even maybe thinking treasure. When we first practice using our intuition, it's not about getting this image right on track. It's what thoughts, what images were we having when we were thinking about this card. And so when I initially seen this card, one of my first thoughts was kisses, hugs and kisses. I was also thinking of treasure. And so learning to connect with our intuition is learning to make connections with how Spirit is speaking to us. And so it's like learning a new language. And so for very visual people, it will be a double X. For other people, it is about other images. Spirit speaks to us, and it's kind of difficult to explain, but Spirit speaks to us in our own unique individual language. And for some of us, this card may represent kisses. For some of us, it may represent hugs. For some of us, it may represent double X's. Your mission, should you decide to take this mission, Taurus, is learning and trusting what Spirit, the language, the imagery that Spirit is using when speaking to you. And that is the message that I have for us, Taurus. Have a blessed week.